Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to some more Minecraft, episode 91. And last episode we kicked this shit out of the Wither boss. And we now have another star. I don't know where the hell I've put it. I honestly haven't played this game since I stopped recording that last episode. But since then I've actually done some live streaming, which contradicts what I just said. But just in total I haven't really been playing this game a whole lot. So I thought I'd give you guys an episode while I can today. But yeah, as I said before, we're going to be checking out this whole Beaconsville stuff and seeing if we can make an awesome thing. And I've never actually done this creative or like in survival, so this is going to be interesting. See if I can actually do it properly. I've only ever seen like screenshots of it. I've never actually seen someone make the thing, so I may bit of dirt foolery going on around the place. Don't know how this happened. I'm actually just gonna have to check out the source of that. But last episode, or a few episodes actually, fucking really, a few episodes I took down the pillars that were at the top of this mob trap. Don't know why, they were ugly as hell, but they really do serve a purpose, and I really probably needed to avoid doing that in the first place. But since then, what I've done is put some ice pillars up the top there, and what that does is just load the chunks there when I'm AFKing. So the spawn rates are a little bit better and we get a bit more lootations, and that's what I've just been doing for a little bit now, just waiting there for the loot to pile up. But I haven't really done it for a whole lot of time, so there's really no great deal of importance into checking it. Now for this beacon I was thinking of setting up around in this little area here, but we probably keep this little design here, and I wanted to try and adapt this beacon into like some sort of a water fountain, and hopefully it'll look sexy when we're done. But who knows, I've done some pretty shonky shit in the past, so we'll see how we go. I'm not going to do all the building on camera because that would take a solid 40 minutes just to do that, so we're going to try and keep it as condensed as possible. But I haven't actually recorded a video in over a week, so I do apologize if I do sound like a dick and or I completely screw up the speech. But we just need to really find this nether star. I don't know where it's called. Nether star, bam. I don't know why it isn't called a wither star. But from here, what we need to do is grab some obsidian. And I don't know how much of it we need. I did look at the recipe like a couple of weeks ago, but since then I really haven't taken much notice. But I do know, I think it has glass, and it may have a diamond block in it. If that's the case, I'm going to be a bit sad. But I do know it needs to have glass in it, so we're going to probably smelt some of that stuff up, because it looks like I'm kind of vacant in that department. But a lot of you guys enjoyed last episode, in which I took down the Wither boss. I got very angry, I died a few times, but it was fun in the long run, and it was a pretty fun episode to make. But yeah, some episodes aren't so fun, but that one was nice. Now I do get the feeling, surely we need a diamond block for this. But I think while we pitter-patter around here, we might chuck on a nice little song to dance to. Just some groovy tunes to like bust out to. What can we do? New cat, that's... apparently in the next patch 1.4.3 we will have a new music disc, and we'll go on a hunt to get that thing. I've never actually heard it in its entirety, so it should be interesting. But we have a block of diamond, and I might make a second one because I need a placeholder. That's just OCD. But I'm actually running out of diamonds really quickly, which is really surprising. I kind of never thought I would really need to mine again because of how many I had. But it looks like that's just not happening, and that's not happening either. So I'm going to check what the actual recipe is. Can we do? Wait, can we do that? No. Okay, I'm going to check the recipe. Okay, so apparently I was close. Now I just looked at it and I'm probably going to forget it before I do it, but this at least was the old recipe. I don't know why it doesn't need a diamond block. It seems like that makes sense, but I don't know, I'm not complaining. I'll put that away, keep it for another day. But that was actually a lot better than I was anticipating. So yeah, if you guys probably know a bit more than me, you'll know that the beacon will kind of give you power-ups if you're near your base, and how it works. Now, as I said, I'm really not too versed into this thing, but we kind of need to create a pyramid underneath it for us to give us effects whilst we're in close proximity to it. So my line of thought is to use gold and iron. Now I don't know if you can mix and match, but I'll give it a go. And I just want to do like a basic pyramid just to test it out, see if we can do this. Might do a a layer of gold first. And I'm not quite sure how thick these need to be actually, so bear with me if this does look like it's a complete fail. But can we do this? I want it to look nice, like, even if it's just total shit, I just want it to look good. Okay, so that's a good little testing point. And it shoots a fucking beam in the air, that's pretty nice. Now, so what this will do, what? Our primary, alright, so it looks like we get to choose one of these. Oh my god, I want to be a bunny rabbit. Can I do that? Now, I don't really need regeneration, so I don't know if we can get rid of that. Huh? What? What do we actually... I might actually have to go grab some ingots, because I've seen you kind of need to feed it to power it up at the start. Kind of interesting. But let's see if we can get this done. Yeah. I don't know how many iron / gold ingots this is going to take, but I really don't want to blow too many on it, considering this is just a testing phase. But I don't know what kind of design we can have the water fountain to be. I kind of want it to like spurt out the sides and then have that in the middle. It just goes bleh, just, you know, just like bleh, exactly like that. That sound effect, you know exactly what I mean when I say bleh. But if we feed this an iron bar, what does that do? Eat it! Why don't you eat? What? Alright, so haste is nice. Now, haste will enable us to dig faster. Pretty good if you're going to be digging a lot of stuff, but this really isn't my biggest priority at this point, because I'm not going to be like digging anything. But the jump boost is also quite hilarious, but also useless. So I think we might stick to speed. I'm not quite sure if that will do it. Can we do that? Now, will this make us speedy? Nope, apparently not. Beacon, I don't like you. So if there's a way to get rid of regeneration, I'd love it, but I don't think there is. I don't know if I'm just sacrificing ingots for the sake of it, but once we get the beacon to a bit higher power, I imagine it will actually do something. And it looks like from this little graph here, we need it to be 4 layers tall, so I'm not quite sure how many ingots or blocks that would count, but I do imagine we'd have enough, considering we do have a shitload of iron. But what I'm going to do, guys, is go ahead and build a little bit of a, kind of like a water feature design, and hopefully it looks nice. But I'm going to be working on this for a little while, guys, and hopefully it looks a little bit sexy next time you see it. In other news, the speed attachment actually just started working, so yeah, I shall be right back. Now, I've been working on this thing for a little while. What the? Skeleton just trapped itself. I've been working on this for a little while, and I'm a tad nervous to show you guys what it looks like. But I'll be sneaky and show you anyway. So yeah, this is the little design that I've come up with in the last 20 minutes or so, so I'm pretty happy with it. It does look fairly nice. It does look a bit chunky, but it's really hard to make a pyramid as big as this not look chunky. But I think I've got the full effect that I wanted, and it looks pretty sexy. I haven't really checked it out from above, but I'll probably just go over the components with you guys. A lot of it's built from iron blocks. I apologize if the water's too loud. Combination of iron blocks, ice blocks, stone half slabs, and the smooth stone half slabs, and also some glass here and there to make it as sexy as possible, and I'm pretty happy with it. I will confess though, I am kind of cheap. I couldn't fill in the middle of it because I currently don't have enough iron, but I will probably go on a iron killing spree after this, and probably fill it up as much as I can, so it is actually working. But at the moment it does look fairly nice, and I haven't really activated anything yet. But if you guys have any tips on how to make this work, and any ways to improve it, such as which materials are the best between emerald and diamond, I imagine the two will be, but that'd be awesome if you guys could let me know. But I'm just going to be chucking on the speed attachment for now, because that's pretty much all I can really do. But hopefully it's still very nice. I imagine that since we have this second and third layer not working, I don't even know if the fourth layer will actually affect it, but I do know this top one is. But yeah, as I said, we're really not too keen in the iron department, but I will go get some. But I'm not quite sure if we could just like make this like a Maltese, like we have like iron on the outside and then gold in the middle. I have no idea. If you guys know the answer to that question, please let me know. What of the day can be cow. and just to make it like that. But yeah, you guys are gonna have to let me know what you think of this, how can I improve it, and all that stuff. But I did want to test currently how far away I can be from it with it still working. Now, if this thing's only like gonna work for like 30 blocks, I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed. But oh god, this is gonna be disappointment central. This isn't good. Can we go to this block? Holy crap, how close do we have to be to this thing? Okay. Hopefully it kind of increases with the more layers. I imagine that's how it works. But for now, that's our little design, and if you guys know any flaws with it, please let me know. But yeah, that's probably the majority of the building we're going to get done this episode. It'd be nice if it like lasted out until here. But yeah, these sheepies, they're still having the time of their lives, and they ought all you guys. But yeah, this thing's pretty interesting. I might actually go for a snooze, and then we can think of something to do. I really want to harvest a bit more ice, because I'm going to be using a shitload of that stuff soon. But I probably will not need it the most. The biggest priority right now is to get a sheep farm happening, and I'm really not sure how I'm going to do that, if I'm totally honest. But I do plan on making it, and I didn't really get many suggestions in the episode talking about the sheep farm, how to execute it, but I will think of something. This patch is fucked. Slimes just kill themselves. Look. That's just pure unfair. These guys can't even swim. So Mojang makes them spawn in swamp biomes. I don't understand that logic. But that's just cruelty. But what I might do is check how many items we have at the end of this little run. And hopefully we've got a few stacks of somewhat, but as I said earlier, we did remove the pillars up the top. I just felt they were really ugly, so I probably shouldn't have done that, but I will go ahead and replace most of it with ice. And that's probably something we can get done today, because I really would like to get that done as soon as possible, because our mob trap, if it's really not working too well, there's no point in having it. And it is a massive eyesore, so we might as well get some use out of it. I still haven't fixed this though, I don't think. Last time I checked, which is total depression status. But, oh well. I'll probably get that done off camera, but I've been saying that for like the past 5 episodes, so we'll see. But I'm glad this one isn't broken. That one would kind of piss me off if it was. But we'll see if we've actually got anything here. Okay, let's chuck some of this poop away, so we can actually fix this stuff up. Okay, it's actually rather, a lot of stuff. And, oh god. That's awkward. Okay, so that's more than I anticipated. Oh! Fucking game. Okay. The store fucking hates me. But I hope to reinstall Optifine and or Faithful in the next up-and-coming patches. I just really can't be bothered updating a texture pack if it's just going to get outdated within a week. And that's just my mantra behind that. But I'd really like to get stuck into Faithful again because it's beastly. And also very sexy. But I'm not quite sure how many of you guys have actually seen this part. But yeah, we got this quite a while ago. But what I might do, guys, since this is pissing me off, what I might do is go ahead and rebuild this elevator. It is just terrible. I hate it so much. I've rage quit this game multiple times just because I've been in this situation, sitting in this thing, and then just giving up on life. But actually, come to think of it, we're going to procrastinate again and get working on that mob trap. Alright, so I'm just going to gather some stuff here. I really don't want to use too much ugly stuff. The reason why I'm using ice for this in particular is because it's fairly transparent. And I'm not quite sure if I just sound like a twat when I said that. But it does, I'm not quite actually, now that I say that, I'm not sure if it does count as a solid block, and or if solid blocks actually work. But hopefully it will enable us to get our loaded chunks pumped up to 255 constantly, which is of course the goal, if you guys aren't already aware. But we really, I hate this elevator. It's nice and everything, it's just so slow. But before, I really almost drowned twice, but Respiration 2 saved the day. Mildly, at least. I still had to burrow into the side of the elevator, destroy it, just to get an air bubble, and then keep going up. But this elevator, at least it's complete. It does look a bit out of place, but I like it. And we're actually, come to think of it, I really need to get rid of this ladder here. It's pretty much redundant. It really doesn't do much, but I can actually use this. But I think since we have that little contraption there, I think we might put it to use. Now, some of you guys may not have seen this, but I built this TNT trampoline a little while ago, and we'll, I don't know, knock the dust off it and give it another go. But yeah, hopefully, actually, can you guys rating out of 10 for that thing? I'm not quite sure how else to ask for ratings in terms of how this looks, but yeah, I'm just not sure about it. I really like it. It just looks a bit strange, but that's always good. Okay, I need to pump that iron away. We'll probably have to mine for a couple of hours just to get those blocks. Really underestimated how much I'd actually require, but we already have flint and steel. I had to make another one yet again, and of course there's 3 of them over here. The deafening sound of the chest opening is just horrible, but hopefully we don't have to open too many chests. So we now have 32 TNT, extreme overkill, but it should make the journey fairly nice. And I really fucking love the shit out of this thing. It's one of my favorite things in the world, this elevator thing. But considering the redundant nature of it, I really don't know how long I can keep it, because I don't think, considering I don't need it, I don't imagine I'll need to hold on to it, if that makes any sense. And using it is just kind of a big waste of TNT. But if you guys can think of any sort of uses I could use this thing for, please let me know, because I'd really like to incorporate it somewhere. I just don't really know where. But for those who haven't seen it before, not sure if you've seen it anywhere else, but this is not recommended unless you have full diamond armor. This is why. Holy wow. Wow. No game. Don't be a total dickwad. Gimme. Oh my, of course that fucking happens. Wait. Give me that ice. God, this game just pisses me off sometimes. Melt. God. That was annoying. Take 2. I swear to God, if you don't fucking work. Alright, so that first attempt was just a clusterfuck of failure. But yeah, I really do like that thing. If you mistime the jump, obviously it's going to suck a lot of dong. But when it does work, it's pretty awesome. But I haven't actually been trying to level up here, and I've always hit level 30, so we might have to do a level 30 to wrap up the episode. But before then, obviously we need to build these pillars. Now, if you notice, my loaded chunks are currently 191, which is just not good enough. And hopefully the goal is to increase it as much as we can. And now that we're in here, it's gone to 255. So what I might do is actually just end a pearl up there, and if I can't make it, I'll have to meet you guys up there. Otherwise it's going to take forever, but here we go. Can we make it? Holy crap, let's get the shit out of me. Let's just pump that down a little bit. Those guys grinding is going to be slightly annoying. Now I've been thinking of ways to kind of spruce up this mob trap and kind of like encase it in like ice and stone bricks, but I haven't really been bothered to do such a thing, and I honestly don't know if it's worth it. But yeah, that's what I thought. This gosh darn ice just melting all over the place, and I'm really tempted just to half slab around the outside, just to avoid this. Now gotta make sure not to knock out on with torches. But these guys shut the front door. It's really annoying. But I really need to grab some torches. Why did I even do that? Don't even need that. But yeah, I just need to kind of do this. I was going to go around the whole outside, but I don't really think that's necessary. Can we be ninjas? We can be fucking ninjas. Of course we can. But I've been kind of pondering, completely disjointed kind of conversation. Been pondering degrading names to call you guys apart from subs. And in the stream chats, we've been discussing potential kind of names for Phoxine viewers, and I'm not sure. I really feel fucking puzzled every time I say that, but whatever. I'll have to learn to deal with it, because that's my username, and I really should stick to it. But just trying to think what we can do here. One popular really, as I was saying, one of the more popular kind of terminology, kind of names to call you guys that I've been receiving is Foobies, and those who can't you know, detect what that is. That's a combination of Phoxine and boobies, so that's pretty nice. If you guys would like to have an input, I really don't know if even if we do decide on something that's like an amazing thing to say, I don't think I can bring myself to calling you guys boobies every time I record an episode. I'd feel like a total tool bag. But I think I'll just stick to guys because it's really just general as, and I apologize to the 10.4% female out there. But we'll probably round that down to 1% considering how many fake female accounts there are. But good on you if you are a tranny on YouTube. But anyway, if you guys can think of any interesting names I can call you guys, apart from guys obviously, I'm all ears. But I don't know, it's kind of just more of a fun topic, and really don't know if I'll... Fucking really? I don't think I'll ever take it to the point where every episode I just religiously call you guys something really ridiculous. There's also the possibility of fans with a PH. I mean, that's what my Steam group has. And by the way, if you guys want to join, like, if you have Steam and want to join my Steam group, it's on my channel page, and I'd really like for you guys to join it as well. If my videos aren't appearing in your subscriptions box, a good way to find out when I've uploaded is to follow me on Twitter as well. I rarely post anything that isn't an upload message, and that's all automated as soon as the videos go live. So if you want the better chances of getting the word of the days, that's probably a good way to do it. But I really don't have an interest in having a large Twitter following. It's just more there for the people who would like to catch up on my videos or really can't find them sometimes. And do I dare go on a fucking rant about the YouTube homepage? But I don't know, if you guys are running Google Chrome, this may be just me, but I feel like the homepage is just getting worse and worse. And if you guys have any kind of feedback on that kind of subject, I'd like to hear it, as well as if there's any solutions to the poor design in homepage. But how can we design this? I really need to count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck. So many numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so I might shove another poll here if we could be so kind to do so. And I just want to make it symmetrical because I'm a Nazi when it comes to this shit. But the goal is to have as many polls here. I will get back on my rant in a second. But yeah, I think we'll have 4 polls in the center here, and then maybe 3, 2. I'm not quite sure how I want to do that, but I want to make sure they're all even for starters. But I think that looks nice. Anyway, back onto my random rant onto the status of Google Chrome's homepage. And I have noticed it is only with Chrome. My Firefox isn't actually retarded, which is nice. But at the same time, it kind of leaks from memory and it gets really laggy. So I have so many fucking first world problems. It's ridiculous. But the homepage currently on Google Chrome is just piss poor. It's the worst I've ever seen it. And I'm not generally one to jump on the rant bandwagon when something comes out that's new. I'd like to give things a chance. But it's been out for a couple of weeks now, and I just feel like it's just taken a massive step backwards. And it looks like something coded by a 12-year-old. It actually doesn't. It'd probably take a lot of experience to build something like that. But I do feel like the design is really, really subpar. And I don't know. Yeah, again, I don't know if everyone else is experiencing this same homepage, but the one that I have is absolutely horrendous. But hopefully don't run out of ice. I don't think we will. But let me know if you guys enjoy this more talky talk episode. As I said, I haven't been recording in a while, and I felt like it would kind of... Oh god, I need to freaking eat. I think it was kind of required of me to pump one of these out for you guys, and I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to keep the consistency up that I once had. But at the same time, it's something I do strive for, and hopefully I can get back in a routine eventually. But we'll just see how we go. And I've noticed I've hit elite subs, and as I record this, I have 1337 subscribers. I hate saying subs, but I just think that's an awesome accomplishment, and just the sentimentals of that number is just fantastic. However, it has been there for 2 or 3 days, but I will blame that on the fact that I haven't been posting. But I do feel like that's a pretty awesome achievement. Oh god, that seems too high. No! Oh, you son of a bitch, how can we put a torch on it? No, we can't. I swear, oh my goodness, this game. Can we half slab it? There we go. Alright, so I'm not quite sure if they're all the same height, but hopefully they are. I'll be pissed off if they're not, but I'll fix it up. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the episode nonetheless. I will build this last pillar, and I feel like we need to go to our sanctuary and check out our Word of the Day winners for last episode, and then probably call it our episode wrap from there. And I don't know, it's been a while since I've done one of these talky episodes, so I hopefully some of you guys liked it. But anyway, I think that's the final poll we've done, and I don't know if any mobs will be able to spawn here. Hopefully they don't. I'll be pissed off if they do. But I think that should, in theory, help the spawn rates quite a lot. Our loaded chunks are 255 here. I'm not quite sure if that will remain the same. How far can we go before that changes? The goal is to have the loaded chunks at 255 in our AFK area, so I'm not quite sure how I can do that. We're just a little bit too short, which does suck, but I can always AFK a little bit down in this part over here, and or just put giant poles all over the place. But what I might do, guys, is jump down and do a 360, a 720, 1080. How many spins can he do? Fuck in hell, that was close. Might go check the Word of the Day winner for last episode, and then probably do an enchantment to wrap it up. But yeah, as just a little reminder to let me know what you thought of that beacon. I do like it, but I do feel like it may need to be closer to the ground, if I'm totally honest. Hopefully it doesn't lose too much power being elevated above the ground. But anyway, what I might do, guys, is meet you guys over at the sanctuary once I have the Word of the Day, and then we can wrap up the episode from there. Okay, so I went and checked the Word of the Day for last episode, and hopefully my Chrome isn't being such a poo face and jumbling up the order of comments, but the one that I did see that was first was by a regular, one that hasn't been gotten in a while, but yet again a champion of the Word of the Day signs, and episode 90 went to none other than Babsy yet again. I'm not quite sure when his last sign was, but I will. Oh god, is it a capital B or not? Apparently not. So Babsy 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. It's always a pleasure to write your name. It's very easy with the 1 to 9s. But congrats, man, on your sign, and good luck to those who went for today. And even if you do see it's been posted, I won't have an issue if you post it again, just to let me know that you did find it for yourself. But anyway, guys, I think our time's up in the overworld, and I think we better finish off this episode with an enchantment. So I'll meet you guys there at the end, and we'll get done from there. Okay guys, so we've got level 30 here. I think we'll do a pickaxe. We really don't need to do any more swords or bows. It's really just down to shovels and pickaxes as it stands now. And pickaxes I feel like are the most useful. And it feels like you're kind of wasting 30 levels if you're only using it on 1 diamond. But actually, fuck it. We'll make an axe. I mean, what is it? A spade. But just because I have a double chest filled with pickaxes, that may have something to do with it. I'm gonna blow your mind. Bam, bam. Isn't that not the weirdest thing you've ever seen? But give me my chook back. God damn it. I'll be lost without my barbecued chook. But here we go. Level 30 on the diamond spade to end the episode. And here we go. And that is amazing. That's probably one of the best shovels in the game. But anyway, guys, that was episode 91 of my Minecraft Let's Play. I'm going to look you in the eyes and tell you that you... Oh, God. No, this isn't happening. Anyway, guys, that was episode 91 of my Let's Play. Let me know if you enjoyed it, comment, as always. And as always, I thank you for watching the video, and hopefully you enjoyed it. So, again, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you later for the next one.